When we think about the relationship between religion and politics, we tend to emphasize religious teachings on moral and social issues, institutional religion, but we ignore what I call the poetic undertow of religion, its mysticism, its spirituality, aspects that might seem irrelevant to public life. But this is a mistake. Take, for example, a small group of Catholics who, in the 1930s and 40s, worked courageously in the underground resistance to anti-Semitism and Nazism. Figures like the Jesuit theologian Henri de Lubac saw himself, as he put it, distributing spiritual food to Europeans that could nourish a defiance of escalating violence against Jews. As a specialist in mysticism, he started publishing on the spiritual vitality of the Hebrew scriptures, not just the Christian, the prophets, the Psalms. It pushed back on prevailing discourses that claimed Judaism lacked inner vitality, spirituality, and hence humanity. They called it a spiritual resistance. It was a kind of activism that worked more on the terrain of unconscious attitudes and beliefs, but it helped crack, in a small way, the centuries-old teaching of Christian contempt for Jews. Today, a different religious tradition is the target of animosity. When we hear it said before cheering crowds that Islam hates us, that Muslims cannot enter our country, we might look back at these predecessors. Although we can't ignore policy, institutions, it's sometimes actually these quieter efforts to underscore the mystical beauty, the poetic undercurrent of a religious culture that is not your own, that could be just the kind of food that might nourish.